Thank you very much, madam. Um, and now, I would like to say that, repeat that it is an honor and privilege to have our SBAT Alaya Nritya Dance School perform here at our own Sri Bhaktanjanaya temple. As many of you already know, the temple is supportive, very supportive of our endeavors into various fields of dance, music, shloka, Sanskritam, like many of them. On behalf of our dance group, I feel indebted to the temple for supporting our kids and their talents. Management has been planning for a long time on expanding the temple to not only worship but also offering more resources. As you all know, the temple is planning to construct the second phase of the temple, the bigger temple. They have come up with a nice plan in which one can pledge to support and donate per square foot for the new construction. Each square feet is $625, and I request each of my students to pledge for at least 2 square feet. Actually, there is a flyer and a pledge form available at the welcome table, and then each you can pay in a number of ways in 3 years time span, whether it can be all at once or in monthly installments. Please consider this donation so that we can bring more kids and better facilities to help them grow and shine. Now I request Shri. Now there is a small presentation on the phase 2 project, and then Tiago sir, can you please come on stage and then talk to the audience, please? Presentation.
Yeah, thank you so much. So, Tejaswini teacher, she told, see, the temple want to serve different type of services. Everybody is know, here is a dance school, SAT classes, Samskrita class, and sloka classes, everything. So temple is planning to next phase 2 temple, the 51,000 square feet, that planned 10 years before, 10 years before the planning. That plan, so the same student 10 years before, all student is like the animation video, just 10 minutes maximum, 8 to 10 minutes. That video is our 10 years back vision. So same way is traveling SBAT, the project. So temple want to show to you everybody. After that, like a teacher told, please everybody pledge. So many classrooms is available now. Is I think is 70 kids is here, right? 70. So temple want to increase 200, 300 students, each classes. So many classes, big auditorium, full professional auditorium, everything is available. Please watch the video, then you can pledge. At least as a teacher is requested. It's a 2 square feet, 3 years payment period. So please support your temple. Thank you.
Welcome everyone. As Tyagu Shastrigal has mentioned, this temple is not something started now. This is one of the unique temples in this area where the priests came together and then started. Most of you are aware of that. So the vision for this temple started in 2010 in October. And they wanted to involve all the next-gen people and the entire population in this DMV area in building this temple and bringing up the temple to the next phase. Yeah. And what they have done is, from the beginning, as Tyagu Shastrigal mentioned, the temple was, is, and will always wanted to actually involve the next gen in the temple. So when they were thinking about this concept of temple in this area, they decided that instead of the elderly people make anything, they involve the students at that time to come up with this video. This video that you are going to see now was made in 2010 by the students at that time. So we are 12 years down the line. The vision is still there, but it's not something they came up in between. From the beginning, they were hoping for this. That's what you're going to see now. Yeah.
Built at Urbana, Maryland, in a vast 43 acres of land. Sri Bhakta Anjaneya, the main deity of this temple, didn't knew about his own powers, for which he is known for. His intense deep devotion towards Lord Rama helped him realize his inner strength. Like Hanuman, we people to have in-depth special qualities that we are unaware of. Hinduism is not a religion, rather it is a way of life, that is Sanatana Dharma. Sanatana means a beginningless and an endless way. In Hindu Dharma, temples are symbolic representation of our human body. We too can realize ourselves by deeply devoting ourselves in all our walks of life. There is a better way of leading our life. We should find it, know it, mean it, and live it to make our life fully cherished with tons of happiness. We now moving into the temple to know ourselves deeply. Lord Ganesh, we should be mentally strong and also flexible to adapt good things in our life. The first god of Hinduism, Lord Ganesh, symbolically represents this truth through his trunk, which is bold and flexible. Lord Balaji, usually called as Venkatachalapati, the husband of goddess Lakshmi, the wealth god, who showers you with the wealth which is needed for leading our life peacefully. Lord Dhanvantri, a god for medicines, shows how important our life is and how we should preserve it. Lord Krishna, the love god, shows how you should love our karma, dharma, and even ourselves to realize the inner soul, Atma, through love. Satyam Vidatum Nijabhrutya Bhashitam. Lord Narasimha proves that when you pray with deep devotion and pure love towards God, then the God comes for you. Lord Narasimha guides us. Whenever you see the evil, you should not keep quiet. Rather, you should roar like a lion. Lord Hanuman, power and devotion are the two words that represents symbolically the great deity Lord Hanuman. We may be great persons with greater strength, but we should be polite, disciplined, and bhakti to get success. Lord Muruga, in Dharma, it is not bothered about the age, rather it gives much preference to the knowledge and wisdom. Murugu means beauty in Tamil, the beautiful God who has immense wisdom and knowledge, who teaches even to his father. Lord Shiva, the destruction of an element only can give way for creation. Lord Shiva, considered to be the god of destruction, destructs our sinful thoughts to make a way attain divinity. Lord Parvati, the symbolic representation of a complete woman and the equal part of Lord Shiva even in the physical body, makes us understand how women are powerful and what all they can do. Lord Ayyappa, whomsoever in the world needs pure heart and stable life without ego. Lord Ayyappa, the son of Lord Shiva and Vishnu, he himself who lived a life with brahmacharyam and devoted himself fully to the Supreme Soul at a very small age. Lord Ram was the example for this dharmic equation, who lived his whole life dedicating himself fully into the dharmic way of life. Community hall. Hindu religious function is going to happen in a huge hall having the greater capacity of seats. You can avail this community hall for religious oriented functions. Residential area. SBA team is a non-profitable organization with service motto. They provide room for the devotees came from distant areas, and they are providing homes for those who are working in the temple. Library. Nahi jnanena sadrisham pavitram iha vidyate tatsvayam yoga samsiddha halenatmani vinthati. In this world, there is nothing more purifying than superior knowledge. To give this superior knowledge to the people, SBA team makes this library with the Wi-Fi zone and with e-book internet facility. The knowledge of Vedas and the religious scripts with the various ranges of books are available in the library. Prasada stall. SBA team provides free prasadam for all the people 365 days. And you will find prasada stall in the temple. There you will get Indian foods like laddu, etc. Catering service is available in the prasada stall. You can avail this service for functions to get Indian foods with a greater quality. temple pond. Whenever we think about purification, we think about water. The Anjana Tirtham in this temple will purify both our physical body as well as our mind. Dhyana Mandapam make you understand yourself deeply and find inner peace. SBA team builds a huge Dhyana Mandapam with the hymn of the Om all the time. As the Lord himself who crossed the ocean for his deity Lord Rama will now cross the oceans again to help the people in here remove their worries and to make them spiritually enlightened. Awake, arise, stop not till the goal is reached. The motto of SBA team leads to build this huge temple. Their path is sharp as the edge of a razor and hard to cross, but with one single devotion to help the people make them to build this temple. You can avail the services for free in this temple and you can donate for this good cause to move forward. Jai Shri Ram.
Well, that's the first video the temple has ever made, and it's 12-year-old video. I'm sure, correct, like when the priests decided to start a temple, they would have had some ideas. And by the way, this video was made in India, okay, by the students. So they would have, over the phone, they would have talked and explained the details to the students. But the way the students got it, and then, this video is actually a testimony to the idea that the priest gave, and then they just created a visual out of that idea. That's a specialty about this video. Yeah. And 36 foot is a big thing, and always you take the first step, a short step, correct? So that's how this temple started. They started in a barn, in a home, and then they moved to a barn. From barn, the first phase 1 temple is there. We have a 6-foot Anjaneya, and then as Anjaneya always takes a bigger stride, the temple wants to go from 6 foot to 36 foot with all your support. That's what we are going to see now, yeah. So the next, I'll just spend a few minutes in explaining the phase 2 projects to give you high-level details of what is phase 2, where the temple is, and what is the next step, please, yeah. So the phase 1 temple is 5,000 square feet. The phase 2, the temple is planning for 51,000 square feet building with a lot of facilities. And the phase 2 will have, of course, the 36-foot Anjaneya with all other facilities inside the temple. Yeah. And the good thing about this temple is they are actually green from the beginning. They have been implementing a lot of green projects in the temple. Even for the phase 1, we have the solar panel available for the electricity, and the building heating system is actually the efficient heating system with low cost. So this is the phase 2 picture. The temple has already invested almost 3 million in groundwork for the stormwater management. So when they got the approval for phase 1, they did the work for phase 2 as well, so that they don't need to spend the money. Yeah. And the plan is already approved by the county, so we don't need to go back and ask for any approval for phase 2. The approval for phase 1 includes phase 2 approval as well. Yeah. And this is the granite stone. What you are seeing is the granite stone for 36-foot Anjaneya. This was from Tamil Nadu. The actual status of the stone is like the sculpting work is almost in the finishing stage, and it's ready to be shipped to US, the Anjaneya. So the beauty of this thing is the Anjaneya comes in one granite stone, completely in a complete form. Yeah. And now we are going to see what is inside the temple. So this is the kind of a graphical view of what you will be having in the temple with shrines for all other gods that the video explained. Yeah. Yeah. Some more visuals of the phase 2 temple. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Now, so we all know, correct? This dream needs, of course, your support, correct? So they always say in any thing, correct? The money is there, but it's not there with the temple. It's all with us. So we just need to generously support the temple. Again, what the temple has done. Next slide, please. Yeah. Instead of asking for money for a different thing, just sponsored for the idol, sponsored for the hall kind of a thing, they wanted each of your dollar should go to all the pieces of the temple, correct? Like whatever, even if you contribute $1, that should go into all activities of the temple. So what the temple has done is they worked out the total cost to build all the entire temple, starting from the idol, all the auditorium facilities and each and everything. And then they took the total cost, divided by 51,000, and then they come up with one number. That number is $625 per square foot. So if anybody contributes for 1 square foot, they are contributing to the entire temple in some form. That's the idea behind this number. And each and every dollar will go against all these expenses, like groundbreaking to contractor expenses, everything. So you are actually contributing to the whole temple. That's the idea behind it, yeah. And the temple has a plan to, once you build the temple, you need to have money for operating the temple on a monthly basis. The temple has a lot of plans, they have an auditorium built there. There will be a goshala. There will be a kitchen, with enlarged kitchen with a lot of other items. So that's how the temple is planning to generate revenue in addition to the religious work. So this is how they are going to do it. What is the income and how they are going to spend it. So we are depending on the word of mouth. The temple is not advertising anything on a bigger scale. It's a word of mouth is the best way. So that's what we are requesting. Not only you, please spread the word to your friends, and then they can contribute to this temple phase 2 building. And now, last thing. So, as I mentioned, I'm just iterating it because I haven't volunteered in this temple for the past 10 years. And they started with the vision of involving the next gen here. We all know, how the temple played a part in our life, in our childhood in India. So the temple just wanted to build that culture with the next gen in this country. So what the temple is requesting is, you don't pay any money now. Just pledge it in your children's name so that the children get the sense of belonging and sense of accomplishment. And that way, they will have the sense of ownership that they contributed something for the temple. The temple has got 3 years' time. Pledge today, you can pay later. And as the teacher mentioned, you don't need to contribute big amount. 2 square feet, 3 square feet per family in your children's name, that will go a long way in this temple. And this could be the monument in this area for our Hindu culture. Jai Sri Ram. Thank you very much.